Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP 240 G9 model. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can clean up the inside of the laptop, repaste the heatsink, and show you the internals of this laptop. And people say like, oh, how do you clean up the fan? And I always say that there is no fan on this model. And I'm going to show you guys that. Just remember, by cleaning the repasting, you're not going to change anything in the system. Everything's going to be left the way you had it before. So it's pretty much just cleaning and repasting and power it on. Just remember, when you want to power it on, once you remove the battery, it's going to give you a text saying that CMOS was reset to default. Press enter to continue. So pretty much press enter, and it will just reboot and it will go to the Windows. That process, by the time it gives you on the screen, anything on the screen, will take you up to probably 40 seconds, 30 seconds. So don't panic, just power on and wait. All right. With all that said, let's get into it. Pretty much, this is a tablet. It has a Celeron in CPU, and it doesn't require a heatsink, but it does get a really overheated, and the thermal paste, it does get dried out. Right. Tool number one is a good screwdriver set. I recommend that it's a screwdriver set, as they have one of the best bits out there. We're going to use a Phillips number one. I see most people that damage the screw head because they use the incorrect bed or screwdriver. I really like this iFixit screwdriver set. They're really good. I purchased myself this basic tool set. If you get the pro set, they will include you with an opening tools and some tweezers. If not, for the opening tools, I'll be using a metallic guitar pick. You will need a curved or straight tweezers, a plastic spatula, and you need a 99% or 98% isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol, and one sheet of the workshop towel. And the reason for the workshop towel and not for the microfiber towel is because as soon as you put alcohol on top of this one and you clean the board, this will rip apart and will prevent damage on the board. That's why I always say use workshop towel. All right. With all this on hand, we're going to get into it. Oh, I forgot one most important one, a good thermal paste. I'll be using an Arctic MX4. You can use an Arctic MX6, or you can go overboard, overkill, which is not necessary with a thermal grizzly. All right. So let's get into it. First, on the bottom, you're going to see two exposed screws. These are the short screws. So go ahead and remove these short screws and keep them in a separate pile. Next, we want to grab the opening tool and we're going to remove the plastic rubber at the back. 45 degree has a little adhesive. The front one, you only want to lift it up until you see this screw, and then you don't want to go ahead all the rest. And go ahead and remove all the screws that you see. There should be 4 of them. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. So we got the long screws and we got the short screws. Next, we want to open up the laptop a little bit in 45 degree angle. And we are going to stick the opening tool between the palm rest and the bottom cover. And we just want to twist it, and you're going to hear those nice big click sounds. That's what you want to hear. Those are the clips are getting loosened up. You want to do this all around in the front and on the side. Go here, do it on the side, all the back to the back corner. Do this side too. And there we go. Next, you want to close it down, close the lid, lift it up, wiggle it around, and it will snap the back clips loose. So you can take it outside, clean it up. If it's dirty, it shouldn't be dirty because there's no fan. And down here, we can see there's a fan space right in here, but you have a little filler right in here. The fan connector, they do actually give you a nice fan connector. So if you do purchase the fan, you can purchase a fan and put it right in here, and it can cool it down really easy. I'll try to get the fan model for this one. You can put it in here. But before you do anything, let's go ahead and disconnect the battery by removing 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the battery. These are the tiny chrome screws. All right, and then you want to lift up the battery from the front upward and put it to one side. Remove this plastic, it goes in one way. Now, the connector for the fan is right here. It says fan. So this one, this latch goes up 90 degree and the cable goes right underneath, and then you just close up the latch right over, right? You want to remove 2 screws for these fillers, and then you can just lift up this filler, and there we have it. So once you get the fan, you put the fan in here, plug in the cable right in here, and put the same screws right over. And they do actually give you a nice proper heat sink. So if you have a fan in here, it will actually cool it down, and it will not over throttle, and it will last longer. Pretty much. I don't know why they did not give. Even if it's a Celeron, they do. You should have a fan in here, because if you're doing long hours, it still affects the CPU. As it's pretty much me telling you to hold an apple on your hand and extend your arm, and you'll be like, okay, this apple doesn't weigh anything. But now, if you wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes with an arm extended with an apple on your hand, that apple becomes like a 5 kilo, 10 kilos. It becomes really heavy. Same thing goes with the heat sinks and with the heat. So if you have like a 60-degree in Celsius heat coming from the CPU, it will eventually feel like a 100 Celsius, and the CPU will over throttle. So you do need a fan in here. To remove the heatsink, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws in here. You want to remove these 4 screws. Again, using the proper screwdrivers are really good. And you want to grab it from the neck here, and you want to lift it up. And there we have it. Now all you need to do is to grab a little bit of the workshop towel, soak it in an alcohol, and you want to wipe the CPU crystal dies nicely. All you care about is the crystal die on the CPU. Same thing in here. Just clean it. Use a dry part to do second pass. You can see this is the CPU die right in here, and the second one is called a PCH chip, Southbridge chip. They are in the same circuit. All right, so pretty much what you want to do, you put one tiny line on the main die, or 2 tiny drops, doesn't matter, and let it drop right on the secondary die. So actually, I'm good. I'm glad that they give you a nice proper heatsink, but you do need a fan for this one. So bring this one down, put it down, and once you put it down, don't lift it up again. You want to always cross screw them. There's a tiny numbers on it, says 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as you cross screw them, doesn't matter how you start, but make sure you cross screw them always. That way, the thermal paste evenly spreads over the CPU. So I'll do cross screw them 3, 4, 2, 1, or 1, 2, and there we go. Now let's say if you had the fan, put the fan in, put the connector inside jack, and close it down. Put the fan in here and put the 2 screws over the filler or over the fan. So once you have that one in there, grab the riser for the battery, plug it right in there. Bring the battery. There's 2 holes in here in the corner bottom, and there's a pinhole right in here. Make sure it goes through the pinhole, and then set it down, and then bring it down and push it towards the connector. Put the chrome screws on the battery. All right, once you're done with this, grab the bottom cover. I like to scoop the I/O side, HDMI port, all this in 45-degree angle right through here and push it down. You want to hear those nice click sounds, and then let go of this side, push down the front, push down this other side, the back side. And if you see any gaps opening, just pinch them together. And then you want to put the 2 tiny screws in the front side, and the rest of the screws goes under the rubber feet. I will power on so you guys can see the waiting time of the display for the CMOS, and it should go to the Windows with no problem. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out to do your own cleaning and repasting for your HP 240 G9 model. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. All right, now everything is in place. I'm going to open it up, make sure that there's no gaps. I don't see any gaps. You have replaced the screen in here. I haven't lifted up the film. That's why it's kind of reflective. I'm going to power it on. The power on light goes on. I see a backlit, but I don't see anything on the screen. So I'm gonna wait up to 30 seconds and I should see a blue screen, blue dialog box here and say CMOS reset. Let's see. There we go. So it took about 10-15 seconds. CMOS checksum invalid. CMOS will reset to default configuration. Enter to restart the computer. So I press enter and I'll just let it go and it will load to the Windows pretty much. Right now it's going to start loading up the Windows right there. And that's it. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video.